Hi, how are you, my younger brothers? I'm your elder brother, Kiran Roy. So, today I'm going to address a very important topic. The name of the topic is Chicks Are Never Going to Admit This, but this is how it is. This is how it is going to be. I'm telling you how it is going to be. But as I said, chicks or women, they are never going to admit this. Nobody is going to admit this. But this is what I have deciphered over 26 years of experience. And I am going to bring it out unfiltered right in front of you. And none of my points are going to be wrong. All are going to be accurate. You guys, whoever has been following me since quite some time now, you guys know. I will say, but I will never say anything which is wrong, and I will never ever say anything which would be bad for you. I will always say what is good, what I have done, and what will definitely be good for you. So if you find any value in my content, definitely do consider giving a super thanks. The entire proceedings will go for the orphan kids of Chembur Children's Home. And to level up your game and to take it to the next level, do join my Be Charismatic course. There are already lots of videos, lots of lessons, lots of content already uploaded. And every day I'll be uploading material. It's not just a once a week or twice a week thing. It's an everyday thing. Every day you'll be learning things which I would never be saying in my regular videos due to lots of reasons, because I cannot spread my entire knowledge which I have accumulated in the past 26 years just like that. I wouldn't give it away. I'm teaching guitars, right? I do teach guitars. I do give a few guitar lessons as well, but I will never ever give away my trade secrets free of cost in the form of YouTube videos, right? I will only give it to the students who are coming to me naturally. So same thing applies here. Freely, I will never give away my core values, my core structure, my core strategies. Those things I'll be covering only in the form of videos. And as it is, these are the techniques which cannot be just given away in one video. It's like a course. It takes time to explain, it takes time to master. So that is where the course comes in, wherein everything will be taught to you in a slow fashion, step by step fashion. There will be no rush, no hurry. Nothing has to be done in one video. Over a period of time, we'll be growing like I do in my guitar classes. So this is how it is. So definitely do the things which I told. You can definitely consider rather whatever I said. So my first point is, if other girl wants you, she wants you too. This is common knowledge, right? But wait a minute, there is more. But before that, let me tell you, girls are pack animals. They are not lone wolves like me. I hunt alone. I am never a part of any pack. Whenever you will see me, I will always be alone. I will be eating alone. I'll be working out alone. I'll be running alone. I'll be training alone. I'll be making my videos alone. I am not a pack animal. I am a lone wolf, lone tiger, whatever animal you want to call me, whatever it is. But I am alone. But women, how much ever introvert they may be introvert as a matter of choice, as a matter of personality, but nobody can change that DNA that they all are pack animals. So what I mean by that, I'll be explaining you now. So suppose if you are a guy who is surrounded by hoes, HOES, you know what that is. So if you are surrounded by hoes, the first reaction, what will be the first reaction of a girl? Suppose you proposed one girl. Suppose you like one girl and you proposed her and she directly rejected you. And next step is, you are now surrounded with hoes, not the good girls, the bad girls, I mean. There is a theory which I'm trying to explain you, which I've personally done. I will tell you what I had done, but first let me give you that scenario that you had proposed one girl, good girl. Okay, she's a good girl, a nerd, wearing specs, a good girl, Sati Savitri, the good girl kind of a girl. Suppose if you had proposed her and she had rejected you. Now, next step, after a few days or a few weeks, she sees you surrounded with hoes, the party girls who changes boyfriends every week, who has a high body count, that kind of a girl. Suppose now she sees you in a coffee shop with two or three such kind of a girl. The first instinct of that girl who had rejected you is going to be, hey, what is he surrounded with? What's wrong with him? Why is he surrounded with such bad girls, with such hoes? What's wrong with him would be her first reaction. But very soon, now listen carefully, because these are the things which a woman will never ever admit. But I have deciphered the code. That's why I'm bringing it out in on record. The first instinct which is going to come is, hey, is this guy out of his mind? What is he surrounded with? What is he trying to do with his life? That's going to be his first instinct. But soon there will be a huge chemical reaction taking place inside her mind, inside her body. There is going to be this huge hormonal change. And soon she will start desiring you as well. Why? Because as I said, women are not lone wolves. Had she been a lone wolf, she would have stuck to her first instinct, which was, hey, what is he doing? Why is he surrounded with such hoes? Why is he surrounded with such bad girls? Why is he surrounded with such loose character girls? But no, they are pack animals. So being a one, though she's an introvert, but still, since she has this thing embedded in her DNA, she's going to feel the hots for you. Not because you have changed or there is something great with you, but only by the virtue of her being a pack animal, and since one amongst her pack, that is those hoes, since the ones from her pack only, though she's an introvert, she's not a part of that group, but still she's a pack animal. And since she's seeing that these girls, the bad girls, are having the hots for you, now even she will start developing that hots for you. When she's going to feel that chemical reaction, so what's going to be the end result? If you ask me, the same girl who had rejected you just a month before, she is going to come back to you again. Not because you have changed. You are that same guy. You are that same person she had found faults with. You are that same guy she felt nothing for. But now just because you're surrounded with hoes, she has started getting that attraction for you just by the virtue of her being a pack animal. And since the ones from her pack, which is these bad girls, they have found you hot. Now even she will start finding you hot. So earlier, all the feelings which were missing, the attraction, the sexual tension, whatever were missing, everything will be there. Everything miraculously will appear in her psyche, and she will now start seeking your attention. So this is definitely going to happen, because I repeat, women are not lone wolves. They are pack animals. They like what other girls like. So if she sees even a set of bad girls liking you, though she's a good girl, mind you, as I said, she's a good girl. She only studied, she only put oil in her hair, she only wore salwar kameez and traditional Indian clothing. But if she sees that you are now surrounded with hoes, with the party chicks, with the bad girls whom she used to call, but if she sees that even if you're surrounded with the bad girls in her, like the girls who are bad in her dictionary, she is going to have a she's going to have an intense attraction for you. And now the same girl who had kicked you out of her life, she's going to approach you, and she would be interested in knowing more about you. Of course, for the reason of getting into a relationship with. So this is the biggest point to open my video, that women only like men who are in demand, and it does not care with what type of girls you are in demand with. You can be in demand with bad girls, good girls, whatever kind of girls, but as long as you are in demand, even if one or two girls also find you desirable, automatically that is going to trigger a response in that girl. She will start liking you, irrespective of you being the same. You might be that same jerk, you might be the same wuss, but still she is going to find you attractive, only because the others from her pack. And what is her pack? Girl pack. Only because some other animals from that wolf pack happen to like you. Animals in this case are girls, of course. So even she will feel that attraction. So always remember this first point, and this is one point no woman is going to admit. Right? All of my points comes with a verdict, comes with a Kiran Roy verdict. So the verdict in this case is, you don't have to do a single thing. Just let the other girls do your marketing. As simple as that. And that's what I had done all my life. All my life, I never had to do anything except just play guitars. Because just by playing guitars, doing sold out concerts, I used to attract at least one or two chicks. And the moment other girls used to see me having those one and two, even they used to find me attractive. As simple as that. Why do you think I became a big playboy? I did not have to do anything for that. It was just that due to my guitar playing skills, I would attract one two or maybe three girls. That's it. But since I would have that one, two, or three girls next to me, since I used to be surrounded with these one, two, or three girls, even the third, fourth, fifth, sixth girls used to find me hot. Not because I am somebody great. In fact, I was at the worst phase of my life that time. I used to drink, I used to smoke, I used to abuse, I used to use bad words. I used to live the worst kind of a life that time. In fact, today, if somebody gets attracted, I can still understand because now I'm the epitome of goodness. But I was equally the epitome of badness that time. No girl would, in their ideal senses, nobody were supposed to like me. But still, I used to score with chicks only because of this first point which I just said, that I was surrounded with hoes. And since I was surrounded with hoes, even the good ones used to find me attractive. Why? Not because I am somebody good. In fact, they would not even care how I am. They would just see that since I'm surrounded with the hoes, she would develop that attraction for me. And mind you, hadn't I been surrounded with these hoes or with these girls, they would have never got attracted to me at the first place. I was already a student of psychology even during that time. That's why I could easily make out that it was not my guitar skills, it was not my way of talking, it was not my looks, it was not my body. Even that time I had a very good physique. I mean, as you must be knowing, I was 106 kilos 3.5 years before, but that was due to me quitting smoking abruptly. Like suddenly, cold turkey, I had quit smoking from being a chain smoker to zero. That's why my metabolism had like completely, it became sluggish and I gained weight. But I was never overweight for an extended period of time. So even that time I had like six pack, awesome biceps, awesome physique I had. So, but still, what I mean to say is I had good talent, I had good physique, everything I had going for me. But still, I know being a psychology student, they were not attracted to me for not what I bring to the table or not how I look like or not due to my glamour, because I could easily make out that they don't even have a clue about my who my father is, what other businesses I have. Like I of course I was like a top entrepreneur as well. But these girls in question who used to get attracted to me, they would not even ask me like how much money I have. They would not even have a clue because they were from outstation. They were not from my locality or from my city. They were from other cities. But they would get attracted to me and they would want to be in a relationship with me only by the virtue of me being surrounded by these two or three other girls. You're getting the link. So this is how it is completely connected to me. So the verdict is loud and clear. Just do the girls, do your marketing. You don't have to do anything. Just be yourself, do your work, and let the other chicks do your marketing. Nothing else. As simple as that. Now, my next point is feeling overthinking. They don't care about that 10-point checklist. Each and every girl whom you ask what kind of a guy you want, everybody on papers will tell you good job, good this, good height, good house, car, this, that, 10-point checklist they will say. But the reality is they give a damn to the checklist. You just give them the feelings, excitement, danger, lust. Just try to bring out these feelings in them, and logic flies out of the window. They don't give a damn about the tick marks, the checklist. They don't give a damn about hitting a tick mark in all the right boxes. They don't care a damn. All that they care about is their feelings. So the moment you start making them feel not wanted, or not the good boy feelings I'm talking about, not the feelings which you hear in songs or in Bollywood movies, not the feelings like butterflies in the stomach, sky is so blue, air is so fresh, grass is so green. I'm not talking about these kind of goody goody feelings. I'm talking about the feelings like lust, like madness, like danger, like excitement, like ecstasy, like all kinds of bad boy stuff. The moment you start giving these feelings to her, she is not going to refer to she's never going to refer to her logic manual ever again after that. Logic book, she will be tossing it out of her car window and she will be joining you for the ride of a lifetime. So this is something which I have seen from my own personal experience. I have seen girls who threw their everything just to be with me, just because I made them feel something. I made them feel that danger, which is a part and parcel of being with a rock guitarist. I was a touring rock lead guitarist. For those who are new to my channel, I've spent the early phase of my life touring, doing sold out concerts, playing music, drinking a lot, womanizing a lot for that matter. I've done all the bad boy things in my life. So, though I am not retired currently, I've just taken a sabbatical. So in the past 2.5 years, I'm following semen retention, but this is not a permanent thing. Very soon, in a few years, maybe I'm going to come out of it. Once my responsibilities are done with, I'll again get back to my own self. But I'm never going to start smoking, drinking, eating junk food, or anything of these sort ever again. Those are gone for good. But my womanizing, why should I stop that? There is nothing wrong in that. I'm not going to stop that. But yes, I'm never going to get into a relationship or a marriage for that matter ever. Marriage is the biggest scam in India. That's the worst thing one can do. I'm never going to get married, but I'm not saying no to a fling, a one night stand, a situationship, or even maybe a normal small time, like a small relationship for that matter. I'm not saying no to that. But in the future, not now. But marriage, no ways. If anybody is looking at me from the marriage point of view, cross. No ways. I'm never going to get married. So my verdict for this point is, if you are able to trigger her emotional high, she will risk it all to be with you, because that's exactly what I have seen in my entire dating career. A woman can lose her everything, she will risk it all just to be with you, provided you touch her emotional chord, you make her feel that danger, that element of danger. They love to lurk, they love to have that danger lurking beneath the surface. They love that excitement, they love that ecstasy, and all of these things I specialize in, more so because I'm a musician, more so because I'm a psychology student. I definitely know how to touch those chords. I very well know that. So if you can do that, she will risk it all and she's going to throw the checklist out of the window. Take it from in writing. Now, my next point is power dynamics. Remember, a chick only sleeps with a man she looks up to, not somebody who is equal to her, and absolutely not somebody who is beneath her. She always wants to sleep with a man who is her boss, who is not her servant or a simp. No girl wants to, no girl would ever want to sleep with a begging simp. They would always want to sleep with somebody who can boss around her, who can dominate her, who can make her submissive. That is what they love. So even if you see these girls trying to act dominating, that's not because something, it's not because of something else. It's only because since men are getting emasculated, I've made a video in my Hindi channel which you guys can refer to, that why men are getting emasculated. You can check that out, you'll come to know. So I mean, it's common knowledge now that men are getting emasculated everywhere, right around the globe. So that is the reason why women are getting masculine now, because somebody has to take the charge, right? If both of them are like completely down, there will be nothing left. So at least somebody has to take the charge. So the women now are taking that charge. But ideally, that is not how they are wired. Ideally, that is not what they want. Every woman likes to be dominated. Basically, every woman wants to be submissive to a dominant person. They want to be led. They want a truly masculine man taking full charge, taking the complete reins, pulling the shots. So when they see the dynamics, power dynamics not happening the way it is intended to be, that is when they try to up their game, and that is when they try to become the masculine one in the relationship. But ideally, they will never sleep with somebody who is below to her. So if a woman sees you as her equal or beneath her, then congrats. She has just found a new friend. She has friendzoned you. That is what it is. She will never ever get that attraction, that sexual stimulation which is required. She will never do that. You will always be friendzoned and you will always be lurking in the shadows. You can never be the man that you want to be. So always remember the power dynamics. The power dynamics are for real. They will always settle for somebody who is the boss, who is above her, who can pull the shots, who can lead the way, who can show her the best time of her life, who can show her the world. She just wants to follow. She would just want to hold his hands and follow blindly. She would just want him to take her away and show him that this is how living is done. This is how life is meant to be lived. So do ponder over each and every word what I just said. My next point is flex right and her imagination will fill in the gaps. If you want to be something, fake it if required, but show it. You don't need to own a Lamborghini for that matter. All that she wants to know is if you're capable to own it someday. If she sees that you have it in you to be able to own a Lamborghini for that matter one day, she will be with you right away now, at that time itself, even when you don't have anything. How? I'll explain you. When I started my career as a lead guitarist, as a 17-year-old, I had started my first guitar academy. I did not get any success that time. Zero success. 18. I mean, I was doing okay. I mean, I was not doing some extraordinary. Like I could not afford something as big as a car or a house or anything like that. But I was doing quite good. I was doing quite good. I had a few hundred students, which was quite good. But I still had not reached that top league. But that time, the chicks I would be dating. In fact, that was the time I was in the longest relationship of my life. It was a 7 years relationship between 17 to 22. That was the first relationship of my life and the best relationship of my life. So that was the time she had invested in me. Why? Though I had nothing, but she had seen that I have the capability to own that one day. She had seen my passion in music. She had seen my passion for business, because though I was a musician, my 7 generations have been in the business field, including my father. My business is a very big, very successful businessman. So I had business in my blood. So what I did was I fused my music along with business. Thus, she saw that this guy has the capability. So though he may not be having a car now, but he has the capability to buy the best car within a few years. And that's exactly what happened. She had committed to me. She was with me for 7 long years, and 17 went, 18 went, 19, 20, 21. When I was 21, I struck gold. My business became so big that I not only paid off my entire loan, which I had taken to start my academy from my father, but I also bought my first luxury car, fully black, with full black tinted glasses, which is my style statement till this date. So, what image she had seen in me, that was enough. So what I mean to say is, a girl, you don't need to have that car to impress a girl. Even if a girl sees that you have it in you to be able to own it one day, they are awesome sensors. They have the senses which like nobody can even dream of. They can like sniff your success. If you can actually, if you are amongst those who can actually get successful, they can sniff it from a distance. They can sniff a successful or a potentially successful person, which I had personally experienced in my life. In fact, I had even asked my girl that when you committed to me, you had I mean, she was a super ultra beautiful lady, and she had like the best, and like 10 times more richer and more successful guys, like they were after her. But still she declined everybody's advances and she committed to me. So I had asked her, hey, what was it that you saw in me? Because I was a struggling guitarist. I had no business. I had no academy. I had nothing. I was even thrown out from my house. Even that time, she was with me. I was like literally, I was actually kicked out of my house. In my Hindi channel videos, I have I've told the exact details. But if you ask me, I'll say this in my English channel as well at a later, at another video, in another video. But still she was with me. So that time I had asked her, I mean, once I got successful, I had taken her out on a long vacation in the best, like most expensive place. I had given her a surprise. So that time I asked her that when I was a struggling nobody, when you had the most richest men of the town, like who were already successful, why did you say yes to me, and why are we still together? Why are we sitting here today? You could have easily told no to me, because today I am successful, but 6 years before or 5 years before. That time I was a nobody, and there was like no scope of me getting successful. So her answer was, yes, you were not successful, but I could easily see that you are going to be successful. I could, though you had no car, and the other guys who were proposing me had like the big cars. They already had the big cars, but I could easily visualize you buying a car within a few years, and that's exactly what you have done. I could see it coming by your hard work, by your talent, the way you function, the way you operate, the extra abundant energy that you have, the personality that you have. I always knew right from the beginning the entire world were against you. The entire world, relatives, society, parents, even your parents might be against you. But I always knew from the bottom of my heart that you are destined for success. You will definitely get successful. And now look, the world can see it now. So that's the reason why I was with you. So any good lady, if you are with a good lady, yeah, that's important that the lady should be good. Then she can, and if you are actually of that caliber, that who can actually get successful, a good proper lady can definitely sniff it. They have that sixth sense which my lady had. So always remember this, that you don't need to have it right now. If you show her the ability, I'm not asking you to fake it in literal terms. Fake it as in, even if you don't have it, but if you act the way that you will get it in the coming future, then also they will be with you 100%. This actually happened with me, and in fact for the longest relationship that I had, that was the same case. So always remember, it's your ability that counts, not what you possess. Now my next point is, the ego boost is the drug. If you know how to make her feel special, if you know how to make her feel desired, if you know how to make her feel as if she is the most precious person on earth, then you can definitely score big in this. It is a trick. It is like an art, I would say. It is not a trick, it's an art. Only a few can master this. See, I'm not asking you to see what mistake majority of the Indian Sims do. They blindly just keep on just giving compliments to the lady. They will just keep on blindly admiring, hey, your bag is so good, hey, your dress is so good, hey, your outfit is so good, hey, your hair is so good. That is precisely not what I'm talking about. It's something way deeper. It is not just plain admiration or plain like being there like 24 hours a day. So don't, you're not, I mean, if you're not understanding the essence, I will make you understand. I will, in my Be Charismatic course, I'm completely addressing this particular thing in proper detail. But now, since this is like a video which comprises of other points as well, I'm giving you this point. But if you want further details, you can take my Be Charismatic course, in which I'll be in fact, I've already started addressing this particular point. So it's not just admiration, it is not just giving her compliments, it's not only about like being there for her. But if you know what I'm talking, you know. And if you don't know, do head on to my Be Charismatic course, is what I would like to say. But this point is like a very important point which I saw from my personal experience. If you know how to use these to your benefit, you will never fail in your dating game. Now, my next point for what a woman will never admit is their justification system. A woman will reframe anything to protect their image. They will call a one night stand. Suppose if a girl has done a one night stand situationship, she will say, hey, I had a vibe, I had a connection, we felt something awesome happening, I felt a vibe. They will use all of these words just to protect her image of being, I mean, she will never say the reality that I got horny, I got carried away, I messed up. I messed up big. They will never ever say these words that, hey, I slipped up, man. I made a big mistake. I committed a huge blunder. They will never use these words. They will always justify even their worst actions by saying, hey, we had a vibe going. Hey, I felt a connection. These are the most commonly used words: vibe, connections, these words. So these are nothing but their justification system at work. So they will never ever admit that they made a huge blunder, that it was a huge mistake on their part. Because women will never accept their mistake. They are wired that way. So whenever you see them using these words like vibes, feelings. No, not feelings especially, because in one night nobody can develop feelings, but vibes are definitely the in word for them. And connection. If you hear this word connection, you can easily know that she has slipped up big time and she's just covering it up. She's just justifying her act. Now, my next point, which a woman will never admit, is their gut instinct is much, much bigger than morality. Attraction is bigger for them than morality. So even if they sleep around, for example, even if they tend to sleep with somebody, always remember she knows within seconds whether she would want to sleep with you or not. Everything else is just delay or denial. If they are attracted, they are attracted. If they are not, you cannot do anything to make her feel anything for you. This is the biggest mistake which Indian Sims make, that they think like today she may not like me, but I'll keep on chasing her, I'll keep on chasing her, and one fine day she will definitely have the hots for me. That is not what happens, dude. They just keep you as an option, as a 10th option, 11th option, 12th option. And if she happens to exhaust all the other options, that is when they just try of giving you one chance. And that chance also out of sheer despair, because she has not managed to get the one what she was looking for. So if she wants you, she knows it instantly. And if she doesn't want you, she will, though the biggest thing is they will not tell you on your face, but they will keep you in the list. They will keep you hanging in the list as a 12th, 13th, 15th choice for that matter. And the biggest problem with the Indian Sims are that they are happy being that 14th, 15th choice. They are happy to wait in the waiting list. Indians, they are used to queues. They are used to standing in the line, standing in the queues for everything. So these Sims who have no self-respect, they just stand in the queue hoping that one day my turn may come and I may get a chance. But trust me, even if they get that chance, it is only for a short period of time until the main alpha arrives. So that is only to pass away and while away their time until somebody worthwhile comes her way. And the moment that person comes her way, she is going to kick that guy on their butt and completely ghost him, leaving this guy crying. So always remember, attraction for them is everything and they feel it right from the word go. Never ever, they will never admit this. They will always say, no, I have my morals, I will look at each and everything. No ways. I have personally seen girls who got attracted to me, and I have personally even seen girls who are not at all attracted to me. So it is attraction, and who are not attracted to me. Even if I become very rich or ultra successful tomorrow, it's not going to change a single thing. You can ask this. I mean, if any girl is watching my video, I don't know if any, I don't think any girl or woman watches my video. You only say, is it anything wrong that I'm saying? Suppose if you don't have any feelings for me today, tomorrow, even if I become somebody famous, somebody, if I become somebody big, would you start suddenly getting any feelings for me? No, right? Either you have it or you don't. So same way, this applies not just to me, this applies to everybody. If somebody has feelings for me, she will have it. She will, right from the word go, she would know if I would like to sleep with this guy or not. If no, it will be no. If yes, of course it will be yes. So there is nothing I can do to change it. So always know this. If somebody is keeping you hanging, it is just denial. It is just delay, nothing else. All right. I've tried to explain you these things to the best of my ability. Still, if you have any further thing to share or to ask me, feel free to do so in the comment section. I'll make a move for today. Jai Hind.